Good day, class. Our topic for today is graphing a parabola with a given equation. So, we need to do is we need to find the standard form, the vertex, and the value of our P so that we can graph our parabola. So, let's have an example. So, we have here x squared minus 12y plus 24 is equal to 0. So, let's go back doon sa parabola with the vertex at 0, 0. So, yung kanyang standard form, kung mapapansin nyo doon sa ating unang mga video, na ang value nung naka-x squared ay nandoon sa kabilang side and the rest of the terms ay nandoon naman sa kabilang side ng equal natin. So, ganun din yung gagawin natin dito. So, let's rewrite x squared. Then, itong 12y dito, at itong, negative 12y at saka itong plus 24 natin is ilalabas natin. So, from negative, magiging positive 12y. Then, from positive 24, magiging negative 24 siya. So, ayan na. Next, enclose daw natin siya sa parentheses. And then, balikan naman natin na ang parabola natin ay yung ating parabola as sa h and k. Sabi doon, ang value daw ng variable na nasa labas, dapat ay 1 lang. Okay, so ang mangyayari dito sa 12y natin, ilalabas natin siya or ifa-factor out natin siya. So, let's rewrite x squared equal to, so labas natin si 12. Okay, 12y divided by 12 is equal to y. Then, negative 24 divided by positive 12 is equal to negative 2. Okay? So, for this one, ito na yung ating standard form. Okay? So, naka-standard form na tayo. So, now, we can now identify what is our vertex. So, for our vertex, since wala tayong value ng h dito, okay? So, ang h natin ay 0. Then, ang value naman ng k natin from negative 2, okay? Pag inilabas natin, magiging positive 2 siya. So, our vertex now ay 0, positive 2. And now, hanapin naman natin yung value ng P. Okay, kung natatandaan nyo yung 4P natin. Okay, so ang 4P natin ay nandito. So, 12. Since P lang ang kailangan natin, we need to divide it both sides by 4 para ma-cancel. So, simplify natin to. So, 12 divided by 4 is equal to positive 3. Okay? So, ito, meron na tayong value ng vertex. May value na tayo ng P. At, balikan muna natin si equation. Since ang naka-squared natin ay x, okay? Vertical po yung ating magiging opening ng parabola. So, since positive din ito, ang opening niya ay upward. Okay, once na ang P natin ay negative, ang opening ng ating parabola ay negative. Downward naman. Okay, for vertical. Okay, for the vertical axis of symmetry. So now, let's use these two values para mag-graph natin ito, itong equation natin na to. So, lipat tayo. Graph natin. Okay, so ngayon ito yung ating Cartesian plane. Okay, so first, let's plot yung ating vertex. So, yung ating vertex kanina nakuha ay 0, positive 2. So, dito tayo. Andito ang ating vertex. Okay. Next, the value of our P. So, saan natin, dito natin sulat. Ang value ng P natin ay positive 3. Okay? So, based doon sa ating definitions ng focus, yung distance daw niya from the vertex and vertex going to the directrix ay equal dapat. So, itong 3 na nakuha natin na value ng P, ito yung distance natin from vertex going to focus and vertex going to the directrix. So, paano natin siya gagawin? So, from vertex, magka-count daw tayo ng 3. Okay? Since ang natin, ang ating opening, alam na natin ang opening ng ating parabola ay upward. So, yung focus natin ay nasa loob ng parabola. Okay? So, paakyat tayo ngayon para sa focus. So, from 2, magka-count tayo ng 3. So, we have 1, 2, 3. So, ang focus natin ay nakay 0,5. Okay? So, ito yung ating focus. Next, hanapin naman natin si directrix. Ganun din. Yung distance from vertex to focus ay same kay vertex going to directrix. So, ang directrix natin ay nasa 1, 2, 3. Andito siya sa -1. So, our directrix ay nasa -1. Okay, next. Meron na tayong 3 points. So, how about naman si latus rectum? Okay? Si latus rectum po ay twice naman noong value ng P natin. Pag sinabing twice, we need to multiply the value of P by 2. Okay? So, ita-times 2 natin siya. So, 3 times 2, 6 po. Okay? 6 yung makukuha natin. And then, balikan natin yung ating definition regarding sa endpoints ng latus rectum. So, yung endpoints of latus rectum po, from the focus going to the first endpoints ng latus rectum ay equal din doon sa from focus to the other side. Okay, so now, etong 6 na nakuha natin, ito yung gagamitin nating distance from focus going to the first endpoints ng latus rectum at the second one. So, yung 6 gamitin natin. So, let's count. So, from focus, we need to count 6. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, nandito po siya ngayon. So, ang unang latus rectum natin ay nasa -6, +5. Ito yung first latus rectum natin. Okay? Doon naman tayo sa pangalawa. From focus ulit, going to the other endpoints ng latus rectum. So, count din tayo kung anong ginawa natin dito sa left side, ganun din dito sa right side. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, nandito naman siya ngayon. Okay, so our second latus rectum is at +6, 5. Okay, so ito na po yung ating mga points. So, pwede na natin siyang ipag-connect-connect. So, latus rectum going to vertex. Then, latus rectum ulit going to vertex. And our axis of symmetry ay andito po. Okay? So, ito na yung graph noong ating equation kanina na x squared minus 12y plus 24 is equal to 0. Nasundan po ba? Okay, very good. So, let's have another example. Okay, so let's have example number 2. We need to graph this equation. We have y squared plus 4x minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. So, para ma-graph natin the equation na to, we need to find the standard form, the vertex, and the value of our p. Okay, so first step for this equation is we need to isolate. So, for this equation, ang i-isolate natin ay yung may y variable. Okay? Kasi sila yung may magkaparehas dito na term, na variable. So, i-isolate natin sila using by the parentheses. So, we have y squared minus 2y. And then, yung remaining na hindi natin na-isolate, ilalabas natin siya sa labas ng equal sign. Okay? So, maglilagay tayo ng equal. So, from positive 4x, pag nilabas natin, magiging negative 4x yan. Then, from positive 1, magiging negative 1 yan. And then, we're going to find the perfect square trinomial noong ating in-isolate or yung third term. So, let's rewrite y squared minus 2y. Then, we're going to find the third term equal to negative 4x minus 1. Okay? So, paano hanapin ulit yung third term? Puntahan natin si middle term, divide it by 2, then squared. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Then, 1 squared is 1. Since we add 1 here, dapat mag-add din tayo ng 1 outside. Okay? Kung ilan yung idinagdag natin sa loob ng equal natin, ganun din dun sa labas. So, mag-add tayo ngayon ng 1 sa labas. Then, simplify natin. So, unahin natin yung nandito sa labas. So, we have negative 1 plus 1. So, 0 na yan. Makakancel. So, ang may iwan lang ay si negative 4x. Then, itong in-isolate natin. So, paano natin siya isi-simplify? So, we're going to get the square root nung perfect square trinomial natin. So, square root of y squared is y. Copy the sign of the middle term, which is negative. Square root of the last term, which is 1. Then, close parenthesis, squared. Okay? So, for this one, meron na tayong, eto na yung ating standard form. Okay? Eto na yung standard form ng equation natin. So, now, let's find the vertex. So, our vertex, since walang value yung h natin, so alam na natin na 0 yon. And then, for the value of our k, since negative 1 to, pag inilabas natin, magiging positive 1 naman siya. Okay? And then next, we're going to find the value of our p. So, dito sa ating standard equation, kunin muna natin si 4p. Okay? Ang 4p natin ay eto, sa negative 4. So, divide both sides by 4 kasi kailangan natin ay p lang. So, makakancel. Then, simplify natin to. Negative 4 divided by 4 is equal to negative 1. Okay? So, balikan natin yung ating original equation. So, ang naka-squared ay y squared. So, ang magiging itsura ng ating parabola ay pa-horizontal. Okay? And, check din natin yung value ng p. Since negative yung p natin, pag horizontal po at negative ang ating p, ang opening ng ating parabola ay pakaliwa. Okay? If our p naman dito ay positive at ang horizontal yung ating equation, ang kanyang opening naman ay pakanan. Okay? So now, let's use this vertex and the value of p to graph this equation. So, hanapin na rin natin yung mga iba pang parts ng parabola using the Cartesian plane. So, lipat tayo for the graph. Okay, so ito na yung ating Cartesian plane. So, first, let's plot our vertex. So, our vertex ay nasa 0, positive 1. So, nandito yung ating vertex. And, lagay ko na lang dito. Ang value daw ng p natin ay negative 1. Since ang opening ng ating parabola ay pakaliwa. So, kaliwa din yung ating focus. So, ganun ulit, katulad sa ginawa natin kanina, yung value ng P natin, yun yung distance noong vertex going to focus and vertex going to the directrix. So, let's count na ngayon using this. So, 1, from vertex, punta daw tayo ng kaliwa ng isang beses. So, nandito yung ating focus. So, sulat ko na lang dito ha. So, our focus ay nasa -1, positive 1. Ito yung kanyang ordered pair. Next, doon naman tayo kay directrix. So, kay directrix, vertex going to directrix. So, aatras naman tayo ng isa. So, our directrix, andito siya. So, lagay natin D. Ang directrix natin ay nasa positive 1. Okay? So, ito na yung 2 points natin. And for the latus rectum, so, katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, twice nung value ng P natin, yung distance ng latus rectum natin from the focus going to the first endpoint, then focus ulit going to the second point ng endpoint ng latus rectum. So, we have 1 times 2 is equal to 2. Okay? So, dalawang beses tayong maglalakad from the focus. So, focus, okay, baba daw tayo ng dalawa. So, we have 1, 2. Okay, so nandito siya. Ang first latus rectum natin ay nasa -1, -1. Okay? Then, yung pangalawa naman na latus rectum natin, so from focus ulit, akyat naman tayo. So, we have 1, 2. So, nandito siya. Yung pangalawang latus rectum natin ay nasa -1, positive 3. Okay? So, ayan na po yung ating points ng ating parabola. And then, connect na natin. So, eto na po yung ating parabola opening sa loob. And then, our axis of symmetry ay andito. Okay? So, ang axis of symmetry natin ay nasa positive 1. So, our axis of symmetry ay nasa positive 1. Nasundan po? Okay. So, class, that's all for today. Thank you.